Yeah, welcome to the last revision session, that is on grammar. In this session, let us cover all three grammar components in Unit 4, that is modal auxiliary verbs, degrees of comparison, and past tense. Modal auxiliaries, as you know, are used to make request or show certainty or show some possibility, offer or permission. So they may express any of these. For example, now it's snowing, so it must be very cold outside. Now this shows certainty and possibility, like it might rain today, ಮಳೆ ಬರಬಹುದು ಇವತ್ತು, right? That's how they also express even ability, like I can do it or I could do it. Remember, first of all, these modals are can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, need to, and dare. So look at these examples. Can and could also can express ability, like I can't play cricket because I'm ill. That shows inability. Words or modals like may or can be used for asking permission. For example, may I come in? May I ask you a question? Or can I switch on the fan, television? Now, this is how they can be used to ask permission. It can be used to give permission even, as in the case of this example, you may go to dinner tonight. Yes, this is how modals can express request. Modals can be used to ask permission, give permission, or show ability or inability, and so on. And for request or offers, here is an example. Could I have some milk, please? Now, for making requests or offers, we can use could or would. So let us study these modals in detail now. Observe the use of can. I can swim. Here, see, it expresses ability. I can swim. Either it can express ability or capacity. Both are almost same. Can you lift this box? No, can you? You have the ability to lift this box. And may is used to express permission or ask permission, like may I come in? Usually we use it while asking permission to enter the class. May I come in? And certainly the answer would be you may come in. Therefore it is used to ask permission or give permission. Look at some more examples. You may go now. You can go now. May I borrow your pen, a bicycle? So here in these cases it asks for permission, or even if they are changed into assertive, it means they give permission. May is also used to express possibility in affirmative sentence, and can is used in correspondence in the corresponding interrogative and negative sentences. For example, it may rain tomorrow. No, probability or possibility. There is possibility that there is possibility of rain tomorrow. He may be at home. No, maybe or may not be. There is possibility. And look at the use of can. Can this be true? Can also here raises the question of the possibility. It cannot be true. Again, the same. May is also used to express wish. For example, may you live long, may you succeed, like this. And now could and might. Remember, can in the present, could in the past, may is the present form, might is the past form. Observe these examples and try to understand their function or the mood that expresses. I could swim across the river when I was young. Now, here it refers to ability. I could. He said I might or could go. Here, choose the right one to give permission. Both give the same meaning, that is permission. Now, even if you say he said I might go or he said I could go, both mean permission. In the same way, observe other two examples. Now let's consider might. Might, I told you, is the past form of may, used to wish or expect the possibility. For example, you might pay a little more attention to your appearance. Here it looks like a chance, that you should pay a little more attention to your appearance. Now with this, let us conclude the discussions on modal auxiliary verbs and enter into the next topic, that is degrees of comparison. There are 3 degrees of comparison whenever we want to state something. Now we have 3 ways of it: positive and comparative and then superlative. Let's see how they can be used. A positive degree is used to refer to one object, person or place without making any comparison. So that is positive degree. For example, she has the big house or she has a big house. No, there is no comparison. There is only one person and one thing to talk about. If there are 2 objects or 2 things or 2 persons, then arises the comparison. Then we can use comparative degree. That refers to a greater degree of adjective as compared to the positive degree. Observe her house. Now in positive it was only she has a big house. Her house is bigger than my house. My and her, 2 persons and 2 houses are in comparison. Then arises this question of comparison. Look at the difference of adjective. In degrees of comparison, what is the key is the form of the adjective. Adjective here is big. What kind of house? Big house. So house is noun here, and what qualifies the house by its size is the word big. In positive degree, it changes into bigger. To make it comparative, it is made bigger. Bigger than. This word also is used, than. My house. Okay. How do you use it in superlative? Superlative is the degree that refers to the greatest degree of adjective. It is like good, better, best. When we talk about something that is good in itself, just that word is enough. When we compare that thing with any other thing, then we use the word better. And best, when we say best, it is the highest form in its quality or quantity. There is no comparison. That's how here, let us consider the same example that's used for positive and comparative. Her house is the biggest of all. Look at the adjective forms: big, bigger than, and the biggest. his or house is the biggest of all. So we add er or est when we make the adjective comparative or superlative. Observe, for example, tall, positive, taller, that word takes er to become comparative and takes est in superlative, tall, taller and tallest. We cannot alter all the words in this way to change them into comparative and superlative. Rather, we have to understand the forms of adjectives. So this is another regular example: large, larger. The word takes er in comparative degree and est in superlative degree. Lucky, luckier, luckiest. Slight changes on word formation here. Lucky, L-U-C-K-Y, ending with y, but in comparative it takes I-E-R, luckier, and I-E-S-T in superlative, luckiest. Therefore, give attention to word formation and also study words in their all 3 degrees. I mean adjectives in 3 degrees and their forms. Now let us observe the examples. Ravi is a good boy. Now there is no other person to compare, therefore it is in positive degree. Ravi. Now we are talking only about Ravi. Ravi is a good boy. Now when there is another person to be compared with Ravi, look here, this is how the comparative degree should be. Ravi is better than. Look at the adjective good. Now changes into better, er, and then, and any other. This is what. This is how we should make the comparative sentence. Ravi is better. The change of this adjective, and then to compare it again than any other. In superlative, Ravi is the best. Look at the words. The, we use the and the adjective in its superlative form. The best of all. You can stop there either, or of all other boys. Fine. Let's go to the next example. Kamala is not so clever as Asha. Now it is a challenge. Even though there are 2 persons, Kamala and Asha, now the positive degree is retained by use of so as or as. So then there is no question of comparison. Kamala is not so clever as Asha. Now while making the meaning clear, the degree, positive degree is retained. Therefore, who is cleverer here? Asha is cleverer. Yes, in comparative, Asha is cleverer than. Clever is made er with er, cleverer, and then the word than, than. So Asha is cleverer than Kamala in comparative. And superlative, Asha is the cleverest. The, and then the adjective in its superlative form with st, cleverest of all girls. I hope you are able to understand this. Fine. In the same way, go through these examples already given and observe the changes in positive, comparative and superlative. With this, let's move on to the next topic, component in grammar in the syllabus, that is tenses. Now tenses are 3 actually: present, past and future. In each of these tenses we have 4 categories. Now in the first semester, if you remember, you had present tense, and now in second semester you have past tense and its usage. Yes, look at the divisions or categories in past tense: simple past, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. Let's see where and how we can use simple past, and for what we can use continuous, and for which we can use perfect and then past perfect continuous. Now when we want to state an action that is complete, now without referring how, when, or for how long, we can use simple past. Now, simple past is a verb tense that is used to talk about things that happened or existed before, not now, before. Look at the structure of simple past tense. Just the subject, verb in its past form that we call V2. Now, I walked, I or we, subject, walked. Now in present it is walk, and in past it is walked, right? In the same way, you talked in the class. He or she or it, watched. Let's say I am just using different words instead of the same word walked. You watched a movie. I watched a movie. I sang a song. They talked. This is how the structure of simple past tense is very simple, in the sense subject, verb in its second form, V2, we say V2, verb in its second form, past form, and object. There can be an object, no doubt. And how do we make it negative in past tense? Now by adding did not before the verb. For example, I did not clean. Then interrogative. To make it interrogative, we start it with did, and verb should be in its infinitive form, that is V1. Did I close? Did I read? Did I do? Did I sleep? This is how it goes. And rules for this is, now any verb, a regular verb is made a past tense verb by adding ed or even d, like died or closed, walked, and so on. And some words change according to their word formation rules: stay, stayed, play, played, and so on. Here is a list of irregular verbs: break, broke, buy, bought. Go through this list and observe the change in this table, how the verb is used in affirmative: I was not, and in interrogative it is was I. So 3 types of sentences used in past tense. Here is this table for you. Go through some more examples. 2 boys, now subject, played, past tense, with a ball. Now verb. 2 boys, subject, played V2 with a ball, object. A ball is the object here. So these are the examples for simple past tense. Then past continuous is used for referring to the actions which were going on. For example, I was watching TV, was watching. Then past perfect, I had watched TV, No, action was complete even in past tense. I had. We use had to suggest the completion of or the action that is perfectly completed. I had walked. Now I had finished my job. And past perfect continuous is used to show that an action that began in the past continued to happen and did not end. For example, I had been watching TV yesterday. Now, had been used to show the continuity of action. Had for perfectly begun and been for continuity, and again verb in ing. I had been watching TV all day. The action continues but does not end. This is how we can make use of past tense to show actions which are complete or over in past. Fine. With this, let's conclude this session. Thank you. Refer to the units on this grammar part if you still have any doubts. Thank you.